Hello guys, welcome back. Now, so the bust we have is 37, but I will make the bust 38, right? Because she's slim. So the waist I measured was 34. So I will not make use of this waist on the trouser, but I will make use of this waist on the top. So I will make here to be 36 for the top, right? Then the hip is 41. I will make it to be 42. The shoulder is 16, I will maintain 16. Sleeve length is 9, I will maintain 9. Top length 27, I will maintain 27. The length of trouser is 42, I will maintain 42. Knee is 17, I will do it 17 and half. She's so slim. Ankle is 12 and half, I will make it 13. It's already 13 here, I will make it 13 as well. So she's a slim person, right? So having said that, now the inch I added is optional. You can still decide to make it a fitted scrub, right? But it's advisable you do it a bit free so that your customer will not complain or feel discomfort when putting on her outfit or his outfit. So having said that, then I will use the standard drafting method in order to make it clearer for all of us. So here I have my fabric. You must make sure as well you locate the front and the back, which is the stand. This is the basic thing you need to do first before you think of any other thing. So having done that, then you mark out your baselines. You mark out your baselines. So these baselines must be marked out. So you mark out your baselines. Make sure it's straight enough. Mark out your baseline this way. And then you also mark out this as well. Mark out this as well. Please make sure you watch the video to the end and also give me a thumbs up and let me know how impactful this video might have been to you. So now I will impute my trouser length. But before you impute the trouser length, you must make sure you mark out 2 inches here. These 2 inches will serve you for the folding or the hemming, right? For the folding or the hemming of the trouser. So you must mark out 2 inches this way. After which, you impute your length of trouser, which is 42. Which is 42. You impute your length of trouser, which is 42. Now, for the sake of perfection, remember that this trouser measurement, the band will come in of 2 inches. And this band will have elastic inside of 2 inches. So, because of the fact that in this trouser, we don't slope or slant, I will have to consider the length of my customer's trouser and subtract it from this 2 inches band I have here, right? So now, the band is 2 inches. I will minus 2 inches from the trouser length this way, right? I'll minus 2 inches. Then I'll add half. That's in total I have removed 1.5. The half inch I added was to join the band to the length of trouser. So I have it to be 40 and a half, right? So by the time I put 2 inches back, it becomes 42 and a half. Then by the time I sew this band, it becomes 42, right? Yeah. So it becomes, this is 40 and a half. If I put 2 inches to this 40 and a half, it becomes 42 and a half. If I sew it to the band, it becomes 42, right? So I will use for 40 and a half in drafting. That means my band must be 2 inches. So here I mark 40 and a half this way, 40 and a half, and then mark 40 and a half this way, 40 and a half. Remember the calculation I did there? If you are putting this rubber, that is when you minus 2 inches. But if you're not putting this rubber that is 2 inches, please don't minus or deduct anything. So you extend the line in this form, this way, and then after which you derive your crouch. So in getting your crouch, our hip is 42. So 42 by 4 is 10.5. Now, to place the crouch, you have to push out 2 inches for that your band, right? And mark 10.5, right? So you mark 10.5, push out 2 inches and mark 10.5 for your crouch, right? So you mark 10.5 for your crouch. This will serve you for your crotch depth. Now, to get your knee line, you will measure from your crotch depth to your ankle line, this main ankle here. So roughly 32 inches left. Divide by 2, you have it to be 16. Then come up by 3 again, that's 13. To get your knee line, measure your crotch from your crotch depth to your ankle line, divide by 2, come up by 3. So 32 is here, by 2 is 16, then by coming up by 3 is 13. So you mark at 13. So this 13 is my knee line from my crotch depth, right? This is the perfect way to calculate a perfect knee point or knee position. So this is my line. So the first line is my waistline, crotch line, knee line, and ankle line, of course, the hem line. So the next you will do now is to mark your hip of 42, which is here, this way, and then mark extra 2 inches, right? Then, like I told you, on this crop, you don't mark or add the waist on the trouser. So we are going to use the hip and extend it all straight line to the waistline. Now, don't forget that the rubber is coming back to compress or contract the waist allowance to suit your perfect waist measurement. That's if you are using elastic on the waist point. So having said that, the next thing to do is come up here by 2 inches for your normal hip position. Then, after which, you mark here 0.5 inch this way, and then you connect accordingly this way, and after which it's advisable to get the midpoint of your measurement of your hip and extra 2 inches. So the total distance I have here is 12.5, right? It's 12.5. So the middle of 12.5 is 6.25. So I would get the middle distance here, 6.25. I will mark it here, 6.25. I will also get it here and mark 6.25 this way, 6.25 that way, and also mark at the ankle 6.25. That's what they call the plumb line or the gradient line to get the trouser centralized so that it will suit every fitting, right? Then connect this line to this very point this way, and also connect this as well to this point as well. So when you get to this stage, now the knee measurement we have is a knee measurement of 17.5. So roughly 18, that's 9. So divide by 2, that's 4.5, right? Getting the midpoint, 4.5, 4.5. Ankle is 13. Divided by 2 is 6.5. So you add 6.5. Let's do it directly. 3.25 here, and then 6.5 here, right? 6.5 here. This is the ankle. So you connect the crotch extension to your actual knee point. You raise up this to an extent this way. Then raise here as well to an extent as well this way. And then connect the hip to the knee point this way. Also try to blend it in properly, and also try to blend here in as well properly. So this is our perfect fitting for our female scrub. Then you now impute your side pockets. The depth I'm using is 6.5 for him, and the up area is 2.5. Alright guys, so after the pocket positions, the next thing to do is to cut, right? So I hope this video is good enough. Remember, I told you that there's no slanting because we are using elastic. But if you happen to be using rope, this is the time you can now slant, right? So don't slant it, leave it that way, and then don't also mark the waist. Use your hip measurement to get your waist point. So you cut accordingly. So the reason I'm leaving this video for you to see the cutting stage so that you will not be confused, right? So once you're done with this, so this my customer seems to be tall. So welcome. So you cut from this point as well. So carefully cut it out. So once you're done with this, the next you do now is to mark the back. Right, so now to cut the back, the next thing to do is to make sure you place it this way and then extend the line on the crotch to come out in this form. Then you mark 2 inches all through, 2 inches all along this area, 2 inches all through, 2 inches all through. So once you mark the 2 inches all through, you connect as well. So for some of us who might have watched my previous videos of trouser drafting, you would notice that this extension is what we need to do on almost all our trousers. So the back waist is either at 1 inch or 1.5. However, I'm using 1 inch. So here I'm using 2.5 on the crotch area. Then connect in this form. Connect in this form. Then like quite I told you that there's no reason slant at the back. There's still no reason for the back panel, right? So you also cut. You also cut. Though in some cases, if your customer has hips like a big extra large person, if you are working for an extra large person, you might now need to raise the back so that the trouser will be able to cover the buttocks, right? So, but if you're working for a slim person, you might need to return or remain with this pattern. So you cut accordingly. Cut accordingly. Then for the back, I told you that there's no need for raising, but then I would just, add just 1 inch, maybe optional, just a little bit this way, just to give it that coverage. And that is how it is. So we are done with the front panel. So on the sewing section, I would dip my pockets. For some of us who might not have watched my videos on how to make pocket, please kindly watch the video on how to sew an English trouser pocket. So the same method we use on English trouser is what we will use on this one as well. So where I will start showing you from is on the band fixing. So you see that these sewings are interrelated, right? So just make do to watch the video on how to put the pockets, and bear in mind that the back does not have welt pockets, right? It just has only that. So you can optionally choose to put patch pockets at the back. So you cut the size you want and place it at the midpoint where the darts ended. So the same procedure we use on the dart position and everything is what we're going to use here. So kindly watch the video on how to sew an English trouser by Redefined, and you will see how to put pockets and how to put that. Then I will come back to show you guys how to put the band and the locking in general to make the video easy for us. So thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next video on the cutting. Then for the band, remember that we have already agreed that we are going to work with an elastic of 2 inches. So you're going to cut your band at 6 inches. So by the time you fold, it becomes 3, right? So that you have enough allowance to seal this band here, so which I also show you guys before when we are sewing. I will tell you the measurements I used and how I went around it. So I will make the video on how to cut the top, and the top we might have a full video as well on sewing. So do stick around and try to watch the video to know how to go about it. Thanks for watching.